Barak Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rucha Kodash. Welcome to another live lesson. The name of this one is The Latest on the World Scene. And pretty much this is based off of a couple of videos and information that brothers have been sending me. The first one being, there's a video out, a couple of videos out called Rome Burning, Huge Explosion and Fire, Rome. They said the Vatican obelisk. I searched online to see if I could find any information to prove that, that the Vatican and the, obelisk in that area was damaged or destroyed. But I really didn't find anything. As I was searching through some of these, somebody kind of made the same statement that I was already thinking about anyway, that they haven't found anything either. So that shows the spirit, but there's some fires and stuff going on in Rome, explosions and things of that nature, but it's not sure exactly where it's going on. Somebody else compared the blowing up of the obelisk, allegedly, if it did happen, to the situation with the Georgia Guidestones. So if this is real, if this really happened, well, the explosions are real. But if the Vatican, if they did blow up that obelisk, which I kind of highly doubt, but we'll see what happens. This is just more proof that they're heading into a new era of things. They're moving everything into the next phase, because the old ways are pretty much done, and everything that led to this point, that's like an old program, like Elder Bishop Ayathan likes to call JAB, likes to call it the Windows 19 update or something like that. He calls it, it's an old program. So they're bringing in, ushering in the new program. That's why they're burning everything down, because remember, the phoenix bird, which is a mythological bird, the whole concept behind that is that the phoenix bird will burn, and then from the ashes be regenerated again or restored. All right. Then another thing that brother sent me was Bill Gates Foundation supermarket burns to the ground amid Dutch farmers' protests, and this happens to be a supermarket, place where they make the new age foods, and this particular warehouse, supermarket, or whatever the case is, burnt down. Now, my first thought, and opinion is that they burnt this down on purpose to throw the scent off of them from all these other different fires that are going on around the world of actual food plants. This is my opinion on it. But nevertheless, you see fires going on everywhere, because this is ushering in the end of the world. So the old world is going out by fire, which they thinking that they're going to come up ahead after the smoke clears, but they don't understand that this fire is just beginning. The real fire is coming. The real, conflagration, which is a fancy way of saying fire, is coming. So I just got a couple of precepts. 2 Ezra 16 and 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. Yeah, because the Lord has a set date for everything to go down and to come into play. It says the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Right, because this fire is speaking about the nuclear fire that's coming, but it's also speaking about the prophecies, speaking as each day, as each week, as each month and year goes by. You see in the prophecy speaking loud and clear, as it's stated in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. And the last, it says, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Right, because ultimately the main plague is are the missiles, but also these prophecies coming to pass. Because remember, the prophecies are locked and loaded. And right now, they're starting to be shot out into the ends of the earth, so that's why you see all of these things happening, whether they're what they call natural disasters, so to speak, which is the Most High doing it, or whether it's man-made. It's all of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's a good one right there too. I'm gonna read this one that the brother put up. Luke 12:49. I am come to send fire on earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? Yeah, so it's gonna get bloody out here. All right, it says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Yeah, because when the prophets saw these things, they got nervous because of all of the stuff that was coming. Malachi 4:1, it says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. So the ultimate the end game, so to speak, is that America will be totally wiped out by nuclear fire. The land of Israel, according to Bible prophecy, and certain other parts of the earth, whichever ones get hit by the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, when he comes back. It says, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. All right. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings. Wow, we waiting for that, boy. And you shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. Yeah, going to be well taken care of. And you shall tread down the wicked. For they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Yeah, because we're going to get vengeance on Esau and the nations. And anyone out there that's been an enemy to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, his words and his prophets, they're going to be, they're going to be smelted. All right. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to hit those couple of precepts, and I'm, to water for the brother that put the other precept up. Matter of fact, I'll read this one too. Nahum 1:6. Who can stand before his indignation? Right. That's his righteous anger. And who can abide in the fierceness of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him. Wow. That's a bad mamma jamma right there. And matter of fact, there's that goes hand in hand. Matter of fact, what scripture was that? Nahum 1:6. You know what? Let me just hold that, because there's another one that goes hand in hand with that. That's Nahum 1:6. Let's go to Habakkuk 2. And then there's one in 2nd Ezra 5. So let's read this again. Okay, let's read this again. Nahum 1:6. It says, who can stand before his indignation, and who can abide in the fierceness of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him. This is dealing with all of these different structures, these different building structures, including here in the soils of America, including the bomb shelters and all that people have. And that goes hand in hand with Habakkuk 2:9. It says, woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high. And that's what they've done. They've put the world in total panic for the last 2.5 plus years, and pretty much their wealth just keeps amassing more and more and more, So they coveted an evil covetousness to the house, that they may set their nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Yeah, because the evil days are coming, and they think that because they have all these riches and all this land and different things of that nature, that's going to protect them from, that's going to be a hedge. Because the world thinks carnally, especially these international bankers. It says, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. It says, for the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Right, because this is like the scripture says in 2 Peter 3, that the elements shall melt with fervent heat. This is the judgment. Remember, when you read 2 Peter 3rd chapter, it speaks about the old world that was in the waters and out of the waters. That was the first judgment, or the first death. The second death is because it says that the heavens and the earth that are now are reserved unto fire, and perdition of ungodly men. So this is what the world has to look forward to, that are not under the, for lack of better words, umbrella of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Matter of fact, let me read this scripture here that the brother put up. Oops, not that one. And shalom to you, sincere Akim out there. Not Akims. I know brothers like to say Akims, you know, because you're used to the English language, but it's really Akim. I just want to get the main point. Let me read this one. Psalm 76:8. Thou didst cause judgment to be heard from heaven. The earth feared, and all was still. Woof. That's beautiful. Verse 9. When the Most High arose to when the Most High arose to judgment to save all the meek of the earth. Selah. That's right. Because you got to remember, it's going to be a two-part judgment. Let's see. I'll get this one too. Ezekiel 22:20. As they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury. Oops. In my fury. And I will leave you there and melt you. Yeah, man. Most I ain't playing. All right, so it says here, back in Habakkuk 2:12, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city by iniquity. You know, so pretty much, you know, like I said, it's not confirmed that the Vatican and the obelisk was exploded, whatever the case is, but there are fires in Rome. You know, they say Rome is burning, but we don't know exactly where. So we need to find out. You know, throughout the day, I'm pretty sure they'll bring out more coverage. You know, on what's going on, updates, and then this Kill Bates Foundation supermarket that was burnt. You know, I believe this was an inside job, because they'll say, well, how come everybody else's shit is burning down, but y'all shit ain't burning down? I believe it's just a ploy to throw the scent off of them, you know. Anyway, with that, this has been the latest on the world scene. With that, I pray that you brothers and sisters have been edified. Till the next time I say shalom.